Yes, I hope we have some regular watchers.
Yes. Hi, Mum and Dad.
I tried to experience every feeling I had during my journey so that come 12 months, 24 months later, I don't come crashing down, because that's the norm for women.
More.
Yeah.
I think it did affect you quite significantly.
Yeah.
But you didn't show that.
Yeah.
The book?
Writing my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah, I think writing my book, and this book was written for a purpose. Ciao.
Ciao.
No.
Yes, Nadia, you've got to keep it.
Okay.
Keep it light and
Yes, we'll do.
easy breezy. I'm
Will
sorry
do.
if you can see my boobs.
No, that's okay. You've tuned into another episode of Vita Unfiltered. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
How you been?
Good. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Second episode.
Second episode.
Hopefully you guys are tuning in again.
Yes, I hope we have some regular watchers.
Hi, Mum and Dad.
Hi, Mum and Dad.
probably our
They're
regular
definitely listening. Definitely listening.
And when I said, well, hi, Mum and Dad, that's your Mum and Dad.
My mum and dad, yeah.
But if mine are watching, hi. I doubt you are, but hi. All right, so today...
What have we got planned?
Well, today we're going to go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
We're going to delve into, we mentioned it on the first one, your health issues.
Yeah.
We'll get it out of the way. We'll just tell people, you know, what you've been going through. You might be able to help some people who are going through similar things.
Yep.
And maybe even if you're not going through it, you might be a carer for somebody that is, and you might be able to give some insight to people. So it is going to be a little bit deep, but we've got some funny stories in there as well, I think.
Yep.
So, yeah. So let's get started.
I'm excited.
So do you want to share your diagnosis and a bit about the journey
Sure.
that you've been on for the last 18 months, 2 years?
Sure. So, March 2024, during a routine sort of breast check that my sister sort of advised one day that us women should be checking our breasts in the shower, and that stuck with me. So during one of those checks, I felt a lump in my left breast, and the rest is history. So fast forward to April, the 30th of April, 2024, I was diagnosed with triple positive breast cancer. So that means you're estrogen, progesterone, and HER2 positive. So hormone positive breast cancer. Yes.
So you went through chemo, radiation, you had a surgery.
Immunotherapy.
You're still on medication.
Still on medication, yep.
But you've gone through all of that.
Yeah.
What do you think is harder, the physical aspect of having cancer or the emotional, mental aspect?
So the physical was very difficult in the sense of you're affected from the chemo. So in order for you to sort of keep going, you need to have your mind switched on. And that's exhausting because you're already physically tired, that you're running up here on overdrive. So physically, it definitely was the majority of the toll though, because I still was able to mentally say, you've got this, let's go.
You were.
You know, let's do this. Still have crap days, but majority was up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I know one of the things you struggled with quite significantly was hair loss.
Yeah.
So you lost all your hair pretty quickly from the chemo.
3 weeks in.
3 weeks. I don't. Is that normal? Is that a normal?
Yeah. They actually literally say 3 weeks.
Okay.
And for me, it happened in clumps. So it was just pulling out in clumps. And it got to the point where I was in the shower one day and I was conditioning my hair, and I always use a detangling brush, and I was doing that and it wouldn't like let me brush out my hair. And then so I put the brush down and felt my hair, and they were tennis ball sized clumps of hair throughout all of my hair. And if you know me, I've never really always had long hair. It's only ever been like a long bob, but they were everywhere. So it was unmattable. I think is that the word? When they mat.
I don't know if it's a word, but I understand it.
Let's hope that's a word. But yeah, they were like I couldn't get them out. So
they were matted so much.
So I called out to Dennis and he came into the shower, and I said, I think this is the time. And he's like, are you sure? Like, once I've done it, that's it. And I started crying, obviously. And that's it. I just cried for about 30 seconds. And then I was like, let's do this. And it went. And he actually said to me, I thought this was going to be a lot harder for you to go through this. Like, maybe be like, no, don't do it. Or, yep, I'm ready. No, I'm not ready. But I was just like, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because I was going through a lot of pain on my head.
You said that.
So the minute he got rid of it, it was pain-free.
Yeah, wow. You said, I think you've mentioned before, and other people who are maybe potentially going through it might understand better than I could, but you said that it was like your follicles hurt or something like that?
My actual follicles. So imagine how much hair, I mean, some people don't have much hair, but if you've got like a full head of hair, naturally, imagine every single little follicle just in agony, because essentially the chemo fries your follicles because it needs to regenerate new ones. So in order for it to do that, it has to die off. And when that happens, there's no blood circulation, there's no blood flow or anything happening there. So that's why the hair falls. But yeah, it was just a huge weight off my shoulder when I took that step.
Yeah, wow. I thought you were going to, I guess, be quite different, as in it would affect you more.
Yeah.
I think it did affect you quite significantly.
Yeah.
But you didn't show that.
Yeah.
So I guess, would you say that was a moment that actually broke you? Or is there another moment through your whole journey that kind of was like, either you were surprised by it or it actually broke you?
I think being a girl, it definitely broke me, but it didn't break me it didn't break me completely until I lost all of my eyebrows and eyelashes. That was pivotal for me. I didn't think I was going to. And actually my oncologist said, Nadia, if you haven't lost them by now, you won't be. And then surely to goodness, a few weeks later, they just fell. Okay. Literally one day I was looking in the mirror and they're there, the next day they weren't. It just happened that way. And I actually had a few people that were saying, oh, you look different. And I didn't even know. And then it took me a while to be like, I've lost my eyebrows.
Oh, wow.
I didn't completely lose them, but probably 80% of them gone. And when you lose your eyebrows, you don't lose them to the sense where you've got a shadow.
Yeah.
So underneath our eyebrows, we have like a shadow. So there was still little bits of hair around, but my eyelashes were about 90% gone.
Wow.
And to see them grow back was a whole nother thing, because they grow and they fall.
They would have been the little stumpies.
When they were falling out, the follicle became super thick. And if I just smoothly went like this with my finger, just ever so gently, they would fall out.
Wow.
That's how unstable they were. So for them to then grow to a comfortable point, for them to be like, no, I'm staying in now, it was a bit of a process, but it was quick. So anyone going through this that's worried about their eyebrows and eyelashes, believe me when I say, and everyone is different, but averagely they should grow back rather quick, and I'm talking 8 weeks.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've spoken a lot about, I guess, the physical aspect, as in, your hair and your eyebrows. how did that affect you mentally? I know you were wearing scarves.
Yeah.
And I know you avoided going out quite a lot. But I guess what was going on inside, and for other people who may be starting this journey.
Yeah.
Just get the shivers.
I did just get the shivers. I think it's the aircon though.
I guess for other people, you know, starting this journey, thinking about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I guess let's get real. And it's not that we haven't been real, but maybe tell people the toll it took on you so they, I guess, can understand what is ahead of them maybe.
Right.
You know, when people think about people who have not had cancer, they know you lose your hair. That's, you know, that's a main thing that people know. But I guess maybe they don't know all of the other things that are involved in it. You know, I remember you actually telling me, I did go to a chemo treatment with you.
Yeah.
And you
came to a few.
Yeah. Yep. You mentioned that, I can't remember, it was like, I can't use the toilet after you or something like that. It was
absolutely.
That was a huge surprise to me. I didn't know anything about that. So, you know, maybe tell people a few things that you learned that...
I forgot about that.
Yeah. That maybe they don't know or they're not aware of yet.
So, awkwardly, when you're going through the clinic where you're going to have chemo, you go through like this strange orientation. So they show you where everything is, and obviously you need to know because you're going to be there for a good chunk of you know, whether it's half a year or a year. Mm-hmm. So you go through this orientation, and during that orientation they came up to tell you about all of these things. Mm-hmm. And one of them is, yes, once you come home from having a treatment of chemo, you actually shouldn't be using the same bathroom as your family members because the chemo is so live in your stream and in your system that it could just accidentally, you know, like if you're going to the bathroom, splatter or something like that. So they sort of mentioned use your own bathroom and then clean the area very well. They also said that you'll be getting night sweats through the chemo, which I had in my second type of chemo. And you had to wash the sheets. So because obviously Dennis and I were sleeping in the same bed, we had to do that a bit more regularly than we would. And so those sort of things,
there's a lot of different things that nobody really thinks of.
No.
When we think of cancer, we think, okay, you're going to be hooked up to a machine that's going to give you awful, you know, drugs into your system. You're going to lose your hair. But that's kind of it.
Yeah.
That's what people who don't have someone going through this or haven't gone through it themselves, that's kind of what we think cancer is, but it's really not. It's so much more.
So much more. You can't have grapefruit. You can't have too many blueberries.
Why is that?
And my sister was religiously taking notes because it interferes with the chemo.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Massively.
Wow.
So they're like, don't stop having blueberries. But for example, my mum literally eats a punnet of blueberries almost a day, which for a normal person is fine. Love you, Mum. But when you're on chemo, that's just not a possibility for you to do. Yeah. Wow. So...
What was the strangest thing, I guess, that you would have never picked that either happened or that you couldn't do, or was there anything really strange?
I don't know whether to call it strange, but it was very off-putting, and it was my nails. So my nails became purple.
Yeah, I remember you showing me them,
Purple, like almost to the point of then, actually, after it was purple, turning brown, because then it was like the blood was then doing something and growing out. So my nails only healed, what are we now? We're December. My nails probably only healed middle of this year.
Wow.
So, and that's toes and hands. So they actually could, and I'm so lucky that I didn't experience this, they can peel and flake off completely.
Oh, wow.
And when they looked at my nails, the nurses, and saw the colour, they were like, Nadia, I think the next part's going to be, and I was like, oh God, like, please no, please no. And yeah.
Wow, but you didn't. You didn't lose them.
No, I didn't lose them, and they've come back stronger. They're still a bit soft, but yeah.
Do you think, is there a part of the experience of the last 18 months, whether it be the chemo, the radiation, the surgery, the rest of it, is that nobody really talks about? I mean, you've mentioned some of the physical aspects, but is there something that, I guess, surprised you that nobody talks about that should be talked about?
Yeah, so this is probably a little bit of a myth with radiation, I guess, more so than not talked about. But, you know, if you hear radiation, you're like, oh, I can't come near you. Like you think you're radioactive or whatever. So the first thing I said to them was like, I have my child, what am I going to do? Like, do I have to be admitted into hospital? And they were like, Nadia, these days with radiation, you're not radioactive at all. So yes, you go in every single day. I had radiation for 3.5 weeks.
Every day?
Every single day. So I had to travel like 30 minutes every day. And the actual treatment took 10 minutes.
Every day.
Every single day. I'm lucky they paid for parking though. That would have been a massive issue.
A bonus.
The perks. But yeah, so that's probably something that is a bit like, no, you're not radioactive and you don't have to stay away from people.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to know.
So that's something, I guess, with radiation. But yeah, no, just everything's pretty spoken about.
Yeah.
Pretty spoken
Well, that's
about.
good.
Yeah, I think, you know, depending what your story is.
Yeah.
I know I've got some friends in different situations and they've got their own story walking this path. And there are a few things that people don't really acknowledge, like how they may be fearful about their life or what's going to happen or things like that. And that's a little bit taboo in the sense that not as many people talk about it as there probably should be. Like, we should be encouraged to talk about if we are scared or if we, you know, and I don't think that's a thing of people stopping others to talk about that. I think there's just not enough out there to encourage it.
Do you think people who, I guess, haven't gone through it, they're scared to upset people? Like, if they want to know more about how somebody's traveling, or, you know, they want to kind of address the big C, do you think maybe they're not talking about it because they fear what A, they'll learn maybe, or B, that they'll upset the person who's going through it and they don't want to, they're already going through enough, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think there's something like that?
It could be. I think a lot of people, when you tell them that you're diagnosed with any type of cancer, they don't really know. Some of them, this is what I've personally encountered, they don't know how to like talk to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm the same person.
Yeah.
But you can't blame them either, because I don't know what I would have done if someone told me that they were diagnosed and I've never been exposed to this world. I'm exposed, I was exposed to that world. So me having conversations with people going through it is obviously going to be a bit easier with someone that hasn't.
Yeah.
However, it depends how the person also makes the other person feel. Like, if I'm making you feel comfortable and telling you that I'm going to be okay, or that, you know, like whatever it may be, that might open up the other person to be a bit more like inquisitive about what's going on.
Because I think you've always been quite open about everything in this journey.
Yeah.
I mean, in life in general, but in this journey, you've been quite open, and I think you've opened my eyes to the experience as well, because I've had people go through it, but it's been kind of at a distance. You don't really know it until
you're not immersed.
Yeah. And I feel like, even though I wasn't immersed as such, you know, I came to some chemo treatments with you and stuff, I got to see that, and you were very open to me about how everything went, and I think I've learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
So I think I think that's really good, I think, for others to know of how, I guess, or not how, but understand that it's okay to approach someone and ask questions
Absolutely.
about how they're going.
Absolutely.
And in saying that, I guess, do you think any of your relationships changed in your process of not only going through this, but better understanding yourself as well, because you've grown as a person too? But do you think any of your relationships have changed and better or worse or what have you through the journey?
Yeah, I don't think they've changed in the sense of bad or worse. I think it's just sort of identified, like every person, you, me, everyone out there in the world, everyone has a circle. And whether that's 50 people in their circle or 5 people in their circle, you sort of know who you want to sort of be around, I guess, or, you know, and that's just, this experience has highlighted that to me.
Okay.
Who I can spend time and energy on, because with something like this, you reevaluate like what brings you value. And I think it's very important to not spend time on things that aren't going to bring you a certain level of value. And that might sound snobby-ish or whatever to some people, but if you really think about it, we're not really here on this, in this world, to be spending time on things that, you know, aren't going to either make us happy or that are going to make us feel uncomfortable, etc., etc. So this, I guess, and we should always know that in our lives, but this experience is sort of like really heightened those things for me.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, you know, they always say when you have an experience like this, or life and death experience, that people change and they see life differently, or they have that aha moment where they go, okay, I nearly died, or, you know, I went through something really traumatic. I'm going to change my life now. Do you think you've had that kind of aha moment?
1,000%.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Tell everyone about that.
So Nadia, pre-diagnosis, used to be version 1. I call myself now Nadia 2.0. And so I used to be very sort of, not monotonous, but, you know, you've got your routines. You do this, you do that on that day, and everything has to be done within a certain time. And part of me is still like that and still wants that structure.
You were very much like that.
But I was very much like that, and very stressed out and things like that. Always thinking about the future. Like, I'm talking weeks, months, years ahead. And that's exhausting. It's also not sustainable. So when this happened, I couldn't afford to keep going that way, because I needed, like, when I was in the thick of it, I would cry to my sister and my mum and say, like, I've got so much ahead of me. I've got chemo, I've got immunotherapy, I'm going to lose my hair. I want my hair to grow back. And I was already still in that mindset at the beginning. And my sister said to me, stop. She's like, stop. You need to take one day at a time. Don't think about tomorrow. Think about what you have to do today, and that's it. Tomorrow, you think about tomorrow. It took me a while. It's not as easy as just changing that.
Yeah.
So it took me a good solid, I reckon, 6 months to get there.
Yeah, wow.
And I think I finally got to a point where, you know, I think about things that have to be done around the house and potter and things like that, which is all natural and normal, but I don't exhaust myself over it. And I don't make it my life now. Yeah. My life is enjoying the little things and everything that comes with it now. And being present. I never was present. I was always up
That's
here.
a really big one for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not just people going through
No,
this, but
anybody.
just in general.
Be present in your lives. Like, you know, literally, like if you're going to drop off your child to kindy, or if you're going to do the grocery shopping, or you have to run an errand, enjoy that time. Don't take it for granted. This morning I was vacuuming the floor, and especially in my bathroom, I was vacuuming my hair. And you know what I was thinking? I'm so grateful to be vacuuming hair. Because I couldn't do that for so long.
Yeah.
And I will never take that for granted. Never. And these things will either relate to people or not, but you don't have to be going through this to actually change those things in your life.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it has changed you, because I can definitely see that it's changed you.
Yeah.
And for the better. I'm not saying Nadia
Yeah.
version 1 was bad by any sense, but I can definitely see a different side to you now. And I mean, one of the funniest ones is you now swear. When I first met you, you never swore.
I even said to you, are we swearing in this podcast or
Because
not?
she really wants to.
Because I was like, but I was like, maybe let's just
See how it goes.
see how it goes.
But yeah, that's something that I thought was really funny change. It was like,
Yeah.
no, why do I need to?
But you know why? And I actually thought, do you know, it's weird that you're bringing this up, because I thought about this the other night. I don't know what I was doing. I think, you know, I was just working, and sometimes I just think when I'm on a roll at work, and I was just thinking, why have I all of a sudden just thought like I'm just going to start doing, and it's because previously I was worried about what people would think.
Ah, interesting.
So that's why, because I was worried that they were going to think that I was rude or unprofessional or arrogant or whatever it may be. And it's like, but I'm pretty sure William and Kate in London, you know, drop one for sure. Like,
Hey,
so,
fucking Wills.
you know,
I can't imagine it. She's just too proper.
I mean, I can't, but you never know.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why I sort of thought, but why am I thinking that? There's no reason.
Do you think it's like how you've been brought up and that kind of thing? Like,
well, I mean, yeah, like you would never swear at home in our family home. Never. Like it just wasn't.
I heard
And
you
mum,
swear to your mum the other day.
oh yeah.
Now you do.
Oh, now it's mum knows. Mum knows. Now it's like, I think mum even was a bit like, oh, wow, this is new.
It was funny because, you know, we spoke at the last episode about how we met and everything. And I've always been a big swearer.
Yeah.
And I don't do it on purpose. It just comes out.
Yeah.
I remember one of my friends, who I'm still friends with today, she always said when she first met me, that was the one thing that stood out as how much I swore. I was in year 4.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So I've always sworn.
No, I hope no grade 4s are listening to this.
I'm bad influence. But yeah, it was, and when we first met, I could tell that you never swore. So
No.
I really tried to
Pull back.
Yeah. And not
Because
say
I
things.
didn't. Do you remember when we worked
No, you
together?
were like-
Never.
You would make up some kind,
I
if you were
would,
really
like-
angry, you would say like bloody.
And
Or-
fudge.
yeah, fudge. Always fudge.
Yes. Yes.
But literally, between when we started this podcast only seconds ago, I think I heard the F word like 3 times just in a conversation with your husband.
But literally. But that's just how it is now.
Yeah.
Because I
But I like that it's
Yeah.
it's almost, I mean, we're talking about swearing and cancer, but it's like you're carefree now.
yeah, totally.
I think that's what I'm
Totally.
taking from it.
Yeah.
Is you are living life without those restrictions and
No.
giving yourself those restrictions of.
Like I got my ears pierced.
You did.
Like
3 times.
3 times. And well, I always had these, so
Yeah, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
But I never, like Nadia 1.0, I would never have done this lodge. Like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I would never have pierced my. And so one day I was just like, oh, do I get a tattoo? Because, you know, you go through that. And Lauren wants me to get one, but I'm still. And nothing against them. I actually would love one, but I know me still, and I just don't know if I could. And so I got 2 of these, and I'm like, and I'm thinking my cousin actually wants me to get another one, so I might be going to get another one.
You're going with your cousin to get another piercing. You won't come with me to get a tiny little tattoo.
I know, because she's like, I've got them too. So she's like, I want to take you, so we might go together. But anyway, the moral of the story is that I'm just enjoying myself and doing things that I want to do. I don't care what your opinion is, and I don't care what you think of me. I'm going to do it. And I think that's what's changed with me. That's the shift. But it still has its battles, right? So I still dive into that sort of, should I be doing? And then I have to just snap myself out of it and go, no, you're doing it.
Good.
Or no, you're saying it.
You're saying it. You're saying it.
Saying it.
Yeah, awesome. So I guess we've gone through, your journey. We've gone through some advice for people going through it themselves.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for people who are caring for somebody or who are friends with somebody? What you found worked for you, what you found good help or good therapy for you, I guess.
Yeah.
By having some people understand it a little bit more.
So a couple of things come to mind. One piece of advice is just be there for them, and whether that's physically or afar and you're, messaging or calling or whatever it is, just be there for them. And I think you've asked me in the past, Lauren, a question about, is there something that people have done differently now that you're this far out? And I said to you about messages and things like that. And I said,
people kind of, I guess, they stop getting in contact with you because you're healthy now.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I can step back.
But I don't see it as a negative. I see it as they're just a little bit more relaxed and relieved now. They don't have to feel that they need to be doing that so frequently. I still get them for sure. And thank you to everyone who does. But it actually warms me because I choose to think of it as they're relaxed now.
Yeah.
Because they're a bit more relaxed. So, be there for them. Let them have their crap days. So what we tend to get a lot of is, it's okay, positive. You'll be fine. And I'm all about being positive, and you can't feel worse, right? Having positivity, you can't make you feel worse. It can maybe rub you the wrong way, but it won't make you feel worse. But don't overdo it. Yeah. So if I'm giving you bad day vibes, let me really feel that. Just say it must be difficult. I can't imagine how difficult. I'm here for you. Those sort of phrases, because I can guarantee you, if you're having a crap day and you let yourself fully experience that crap day, you're going to come out of it the next day buzzed, because you're going to be like, okay, new
got
day,
it out of your system.
Got it out of my system, and you're moving on. Next part. So that's massive for me. Support was a massive thing for me.
Yeah.
Every single treatment I had someone sitting with me.
You were very lucky that you had that. Not everyone has that.
No, and my oncologist actually says, Nadia, you have someone with you every treatment. Wow. He's like, that's phenomenal. And so if you can spare a day, or even if you have to take a sick leave or an annual leave,
I came with Nadia to one of her appointments with my laptop and doing work while you were going through it.
She did, and she bought me chips.
It was just so that I could sit there with you and you could have someone there.
Exactly. And it meant everything for me, because Nadia loves a chat.
She does love a chat.
So I'm not going to sit there on my own, right?
That's what really surprised me. I mean, it shouldn't have surprised me because...
What, you thought I was going to lose my voice?
No. I just thought I don't think I've ever been to like a medical appointment
No.
or anything like that before.
Yeah.
The whole time
No.
we've known each other. But we went in there and it was probably your third, fourth kind of treatment.
Yeah, it was around, that.
But you walked in like you owned the place. You spoke to all the nurses like they were your best friends.
Yeah.
And then I found all you wanted to do was go and talk to every single person there getting chemo.
Yeah.
And it was actually really uplifting. You weren't just sitting there miserable while getting the chemo. You weren't just thinking, woe is me kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, but you could also spot people who were newbies there for the first time.
Yep.
And it was like, ooh,
Yep.
fresh blood.
Literally.
Let's go talk to them. And it was like you were this
true.
It was almost like the life of the party just walked in to get chemo.
Yeah.
I think that's really like positive for you, as in, you know, you didn't come in there every time just deflated and depressed, you know.
Yeah.
But you were also there for everyone else getting chemo as well.
Yeah.
And you met people there and you talked to people.
Yeah.
You met friends and
I did.
You made the best of it.
I did. And I didn't know how it was going to go. I was like, I had a pivotal moment in the journey where I thought, okay, you're either going to sink or swim, because that's all you can do. You can be in the middle and you can be a bit of both, but you do have a moment where you're like, how am I going to keep myself the majority of the time? And when I was home was when I really had my down days. When I was hibernating, I would still go out. Remember, we went out for some lunches and things like that, but it really hit me when I lost my eyebrows and eyelashes, and that's when I was keeping at home because I lost my identity, and that was horrible for me. So I chose to sort of take it by the horns and be like, you know what? This experience is not going to end me. It's not going to destroy me. It's going to destroy me in the sense of my physical body, my identity for a while. It's going to be a trauma I'm going to keep with for the rest of my life. But I'm not going to let it define me. And I'm not going to let it be the conversation for the rest of my life. And I think that's why I sort of want to do this, talk to you about it now, and then like, let's move on, because I just have so much that I want to be able to do and focus on in my life, that I'm not saying this because people are probably listening going, oh, she's trying to pretend it didn't happen.
No.
That's not what I'm doing.
No.
Because if anything, I tried to experience every feeling I had during my journey, so that come 12 months, 24 months later, I don't come crashing down, because that's the norm for women. They mask everything, don't have crap days, they
don't allow themselves.
That's exactly right.
Mothers, workers,
exactly
they've got
right.
so much else they're doing. They
So
don't
much
let
else.
themselves have that time.
So for me, I was like, I have to do this different, and I have to let myself experience it every day. And who knows, I might come to a point where I'll be like, oh, and I might need to see somebody, which I haven't yet, but you never rule it out.
No.
Never rule it out.
No.
But
you've definitely immersed yourself in it while you were going through it. And I think you are coming out the other side of it different, but also you do want to move on from that journey.
Absolutely.
And that was a big part of your life for that 18 months. But there's one way that you've actually keeping a little bit of it, but without, I guess, limiting yourself to grow in the future. And you wrote a book.
I did write a book. Do you want me to get it?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
my hip. And this is the joint pain.
Oh, okay.
So the tablet that you were saying that I'm still on. So I'm on an injection called Zoladex. That's done every 4 weeks. I've just had my 6th one. And essentially I'm in chemical menopause. So because I was hormone positive, I have to now be in menopause because I don't want hormones because that's what was feeding the cancer.
Yeah.
So
you got all the fun joint pains.
I got all the fun joint pain and the hot, so you'll see me having hot flushes and patting myself because it's really real. Like you shouldn't have to go through menopause at 34. So hopefully things will calm down soon. I am going to have a break from it. Just my oncologist wants to see how the levels go. But yes, I'm feeling very
old lady.
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged.
Yes.
You're not. You're not. Oh my gosh.
It's, yeah.
Off camera, Nadia just fell over almost. And here's me laughing. Show everyone your book.
I'm all good, yes.
So the book is based on your journal from the time that you went through all of this.
Yep.
So it's called A Glass Half Full.
Yep.
You can get it. Tell people where you can get it.
Well,
I don't know where you can get it.
Well, we can't get it yet,
okay.
But I am going to self-publish, which means I'm going to put a link in my Instagram bio. This will be a New Year thing. And essentially you just click on that link and purchase the book and it'll get shipped directly to you. So
I've actually just read this. It took me a while to read it because I was wondering if it was going to make me sad or not.
Yeah.
It didn't at all,
Good.
actually. It was very uplifting, but I did text you after I read it and I said, this actually needs to be in every hospital, every doctor's surgery, every oncologist's office.
Yeah.
It is, if you want to know what's ahead of you or you want to know how to help somebody going through it, it's the perfect book. And I don't know if there's something else out there that actually is a true representation, not written by a doctor, not written by, oncologists or anything like that. It's actually written by somebody going through it.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good. No, there's no science behind it. There's no technical terms.
No.
It's just
factual.
Your experience going through it. And for people who have just been diagnosed or their family or friends or someone has been diagnosed, it's the perfect read to know how to help those people or understand what they're going to be going through.
Absolutely.
I think it's really good. A Glass Half Full, you should get it.
Yes.
So anyway, tell everyone how you're doing now.
So now I am doing really well. I'm on the other side. So I've been very sort of lucky and fortunate to be able to share this story. And I think, this is my journal. So this is everything that I've sort of experienced. And, my husband said to me, you should write down how you're feeling. Because one day I said to him, I don't know how to put it into words. And he's like, write it down. And I said, I don't like writing. I don't like reading because I don't. And he's like, just try it. And then it turned out into a book. So
that you've never read.
Yes, I've read too many times. But for me, it's sort of, I'm feeling in a really good place actually at the end of this year. I've just had my recent scans, my first yearly review. Everything's come back clear, and I've actually just come out of surgery. I think it's 5 weeks ago now. I got my port removed, so I have no more beep beep, as my son would do. He thinks it's a working button, which it was at one stage. But yeah, so the port's been removed. That's where I used to get all my treatment put in. And life's great. Life's good, Lodge.
So good to hear.
Yeah, I just feel I finished work, so I've got a bit of a break, refresh myself, kick new goals next year.
Do you think when you got diagnosed you'd ever be happy again, as in sitting here talking about your journey, healthy to a degree? Obviously, you're still going through your
menopausal.
Yeah, you're still doing all of that.
Yeah.
But do you think for people who may be going through that, is their life after it,
100%. 100%. We just need to remember that everyone's story is different.
Yeah.
And not everyone's story is the same. So
do you mean even if you have the same type of cancer or the same, we're talking about women with breast cancer or people with colon cancer or whatever type of cancer.
Yeah.
Not every cancer is the same.
No.
Not every treatment's the same.
No. I'm talking about any type of cancer.
Yeah.
And any stage. Every story is different.
Yeah.
So I'm very considerate and empathetic to many people that are going through this that have a different story.
Yeah.
And that's not easy. That's the hard part of this journey.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of, I guess I have a lot of thoughts about how I've sort of gone through my journey and come out of it and on the other side. And then I've also got that other part of me that has friends going through this at the moment. And yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's really tough.
Well, we're glad you've come out the other side, Nadia.
Yeah, thanks.
And we're all very proud of you for getting through it and learning a lot about yourself. And I know, stop it, you're going to make me cry. I told you there was going to be some tears. But yeah, we're very proud of you and how far you've come and everything.
Yep.
Done well.
Yep.
So let's end on a bit of a happier note.
Yep.
So tell me two things that are two positive things that have come from all of this.
So
Quick. You've spoken for too long. Come on. Two positive things.
So the fact that I was able to open up a new part of my life that I never would have been able to open up should I have not been through this.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah. That's massive for me.
Yeah.
And in the best possible way. And the other best thing is the people that I have met through this journey.
Yeah.
And what certain people have brought to me has been very special.
Yeah, nice.
So
it's good to know, there are positives in it while you're going through it and it's terrible and it's shit and nobody wishes it upon anyone.
Yeah.
There are some silver linings, I guess.
There definitely are. And I think should this be your story, then things will be okay.
Yeah.
Things will be okay. It's going to be tough.
It'll be tough,
and I don't, I've spoken to multiple girls that I've sort of connected with in terms of breast cancer, and they've asked me for advice and what can I expect here and what can I expect there, and I've never once been like, you know what, it's going to be a breeze.
Yeah.
Because that's not what they should hear. And yes, it sucks to hear that it's going to be shit and hard for a little while, but that will only make you stronger and it will only make you a better person.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for something, like you said, so shit to come out of it feeling like that.
Yeah.
And I have one last question for you. And I'm going to say hurry up, but you might have to think about it.
Okay.
What has been your proudest moment? The book?
Writing my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah. I think writing my book and this book was written for a purpose. And I think for a few purposes. And I think I have a lot of thanks to give to my husband. Yeah, because I think without him, I don't know what I would have done. And I don't know if I would have been able to heal the way that I've healed. I just owe a lot to him. A lot to him.
Well done, Danny.
Love you, Denny. Yeah.
He's just up there listening.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
lovely.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's massive. Yeah.
I'm very proud of both of you.
Thank you.
Good work.
Yeah, I knew they were coming. I was trying to hold them back. Yeah.
Good work, Naji.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what are we covering next episode, Nadia?
I'm not sure. What are we covering next episode?
I think we decided, because this one was so deep and lots of emotions, you might see me crying in the next episode.
Oh,
Solely.
yes. Yes, you've reminded me.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to tell everyone?
Can I tell? Yes. So, Lauren doesn't eat. She eats. Of course she eats.
I'm alive, I eat.
But
I eat like a 4-year-old.
yeah, we are going to do some blind tasting where Lauren's not actually going to see what she's tasting, but she's going to taste it and then have a little guess. And then
I'm not going to know what it is. I'll just tell you that right now.
And then we're going to tell her, and we're going to try a few things: drinks, food, snacks. So it's going to be a really fun episode.
Oh, so fun.
And we're going to see a lot of facial expressions, and I'm super excited to just immerse Lauren in the culture of food, or what food should be, not just eating a jar of
I have to.
Nutella for dinner.
Don't eat Nutella.
No, sorry. Panna organic hazelnut spread.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
yes,
It'll
lots
be
to look forward
very
to.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it at all, but I'm sure you will have a lot of fun
Yes,
doing it. So
I will.
Stick around. We'll see
Tune
you
in.
next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.